current Norwegian time trial champion, young top talent for the future. Please welcome Edvald Boassson-Hagen.
I now will introduce the winner of Gent-Wevelgem last year. He made his debut at the Tour de France and is ready to prove himself again this season. From Germany, Berghardt.
The Rookie of the Year 2007, he won 11 races in his first year in Pro Tour teams. Talented sprinter, track rider, focused on his success in both. And this Olympic year, from the Isle of Man, please welcome Cavendish.
This rider won the German National Championship at the tender age of 19 and the U23 World Road Championship at age 20. He won 8 races last year in the overall title at Rheinland-Pfalz. From Germany, a man with unlimited future, Gerald Ciolek.
This rider is a top prospect from US Cycling Development Program. From Illinois, Devine.
This rider, I think, set one of the highlights of the entire racing season for many people. He won a dramatic victory in a stage in the Tour de France and claimed the yellow jersey. He's hungry to get back there and try to do it again. That's Linus Gerdemann from Germany.
Next on the list, starting this season with great success, this rider won 4 stages in the Tour Down Under last month and is the current Pro Tour leader. Please give Greipel a big hand.
Next rider up is affectionately known as the Crocodile Man, but you can also call him the Australian time trial champion, Hansen.
Another top young US talent, fine climber, bright future, hails from South Carolina. Please welcome Greg Lewis.
Next rider is a former Swedish road and time trial champion. He won the time trial Criterium International and placed 2nd overall. He's focused on becoming a tour rider and someone to watch this season. Tomas, Lovkist.
He's an outstanding young German talent. He's current German climbing champion and was 2nd in the overall in the Tour de l'Avenir in 2007. Please welcome Tony Martin.
Another top young climbing talent. This gentleman is a pure climber from Italy. He's focused on the Giro d'Italia and all the challenging climbing races. From Bergamo, Italy, Boassson-Hagen.
Former under-23 world champion from Belarus, please welcome Konstantin Sitso.
This rider literally stands above all others on the team. He is a classics rider, an exceptional teammate and lead-out man. That is Marcel Zieberg.
Coming from the Czech Republic, former under-23 European champion, František Rabon.
This young man here, Mark Cavendish, comes from a little island called the Isle of Man, which is about 80 miles off Liverpool. Is that right, Mark?
Yeah, it is.
We speak the same language because we come from the same area. And Mark, there's not been many bike riders out of the Isle of Man. Peter Buckley was a name that was great, and Mark is already a world champion. And we'll shortly be going to Manchester to try and win the marathon with his teammate Bradley Wiggins, who we'll meet shortly. But Mark, last year you couldn't have hoped for a better start to a pro career, could you? You won more races than Robin McEwen, and you're already a superstar.
Yeah, it was perfect, but you know, I had the perfect team behind me to do it, so yeah, it was great.
Now, you rode your first Tour de France. The pressure put on by the press for you to do well was enormous, and you really had a rough first week, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a little bit stressful before, and then yeah, with the 2 crashes, obviously. But you know, I'm still young. I've got a few more Tour de France's in me. So.
Now, I reckon you've got the same attitude as Robin McEwen, and he's won now 186 races in his career. So you've only got to win another 176, and you're there. Go on. You never get a guy from the Isle of Man speechless, believe me.
I'll try and do it, let's just say that.
The team itself, what will you be? You're obviously a sprinter, but do you have other qualities as well? Obviously, let's not talk about the track because you're absolutely superb on the track, but I mean on the road.
Yeah, I'm good looking, which helps a lot, really. No, I don't know, you know, it's obviously the sprint is my main ability at the minute. I might develop better as an all-round rider as I get older, but at the minute I'll use my speed with my youth to be able to win races, hopefully.
And you are quite young, aren't you?
22. No.
I was your age when I was 22. Right. We'll move on now. What are you smiling about? Gerald, you broke in as well last year. Was it Eric Zabel you beat when you were 19 to win that German title?
I was 18, yeah.
were 18. You see, you didn't give me the right facts. I should know. You were 18 and you beat Eric Zabel, didn't you?
Yeah, it was in the National Championships 2005.
I bet Eric wasn't very pleased, was he?
I don't think so.
But then you went on to become the under-23 world champion, and last year you had a terrific season. I make it 10 wins. Bob said 8. How many wins did you have last year?
I think it were 8.
Don't you count the criteriums?
No, there were victories in small criteriums, I think.
Doesn't count those. There were 2 of those. So it was 10 really. Gerald, what's your plans for this year? I mean, are you a rival of Mark, or because you're a sprinter too, or will you ride different races? How will you two get together as both being sprinters?
I think both. I think we will ride different races, and in the races we will ride together, we work together, and this is perfect for each of us.
All right, well done. I'm going to carry on and speak to this young man now, where I've got absolutely no facts on whatsoever, but I will have by this time next year, won't I, John?
I hope so.
You were a member really of the US national squad, weren't you? And you're coming straight now to a pro team. You spent a little time with Discovery last year.
Yeah, I started with Discovery in July and then carried on to this team in 2008.
Were you happy when you got the phone call?
Oh, very much, yeah.
And what's your hopes for the season?
I take it one race at a time, but you know, I'd like to surprise some people and perform well.
Form good? Training going well?
So far, yeah, we've had a nice camp for the past 2 weeks. The weather's been fortunate and good camaraderie, and we've trained well, yeah.
It's a winning team, isn't it? We'll go to a man who already knows about winning now, Linus. You gave me great pleasure last year on the Tour de France, and you said all the right things to the journalists when you got to the finishing line. And overnight, everybody knew about Linus Gerdemann, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it was a good day for us and our team, yeah. Then the story was not so funny anymore on the tour, but at that day it was a really, really good day for our team.
Now, you've tasted the success of the Tour de France. How will this change your approach to the race now? Because obviously you know you can do it now.
Yeah, I was already focused last year on the tour, and yeah, this is my plan for this year, and yeah, I'm really optimistic that it's going well again.
And how do you like the team? I know you'll say it's great, but I mean within the team, is it a really good organisation?
Yeah, I mean, all the riders are pretty strong. We saw it already on Andre in Australia, and I think I'm really surprised how strong the team is.
And how old are you?
25.
So you're an old man in this team, aren't you, really? Sure. There's some 22. But you've got how many more years? Another 8 seasons?
Perhaps 10 years.
Excellent. Best of luck. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, guys. If you just did this day. What a super lineup.